People aren't giving Justin Gaethje enough credit for just how good his boxing fundamentals were last night. One of the most important things in boxing is good head movement. That's one of the first things you'll learn in the sport, you know. And obviously Justin Gaethje, yes, he's known for having very busy and very proactive head movement, but he sometimes dips his head low in sequence, and it's quite predictable, you know. But obviously that's not really an issue against Topuria, because Topuria, for number one, is not kick heavy, and number two, he just does not like to throw uppercuts. So someone who's, you know, very good in the pocket and stuff, he's just not big on uppercuts and that. I don't know why that is. I don't know why, because he struggles to find the range and stuff. But obviously, you know, that was a very, very good approach, and it worked, you know. And obviously Topuria was doing the opposite of headhunting last night, because obviously Justin Gaethje was staying so low and stuff with such a, you know, a tight guard. He was obviously going to the body, and that's where he was finding success. But one thing I want to say is that Topuria's ground game has been a very polarising subject over the years. People have always said, oh, he's elite on the ground. I completely disagree. I honestly think that if Oliveira had that position on Gaethje, that's kind of very similar to how the Oliveira-Gaethje fight played out, you know. Dropped Gaethje, then followed up, mounted him, and then, you know, managed to transition into a triangle and tapped him out from there. I genuinely don't think that Oliveira would have wasted a position like that. So I just don't think that, you know, Topuria's grappling fundamentals are very good in terms of his offense and stuff, and that's obviously what cost him, because it tired him out, number one, and number two, it obviously, you know, give Justin Gaethje a chance to recover after that liver shot and stuff. But one thing that I will say as well is that this is probably the first time Topuria's actually fought someone with good head movement. Like Max Holloway, yes, he's known for being a good boxer, but he's absorbed the most strikes in UFC history, man. He's a big lima bean. Once you get him up against the fence, he's there, you know, he's just very hard to back up, and he's got good footwork and stuff. You know, same goes for Volkanovski. Volkanovski, every time he's been finished, he's been up against the fence. So again, he's, you know, again, it's all in his footwork, but his head movement has always been sus. But if you go back to like Josh Emmett is very busy like Gaethje with his head movement, but obviously Josh Emmett just didn't have the same sort of offense, you know. So this is madness to see Justin Gaethje at 38 years old, when everybody was counting him out, to come back and beat one of the most formidable opponents, you know, of all time. And obviously I don't want to hear people saying that, you know, Ilia Topuria is a quitter and stuff, because that is crazy spirit to even get that far in the fight, man, you know what I mean? That is crazy hard, and this sport is extremely tough, so fair play to these. But yeah, Justin was definitely the better man.